feeling good this morning out here in Carbondale. We are right now on Southern Illinois University's campus. They've been great hosts, and they are playing host to many of us as we prepare to be in the path of totality for the total solar eclipse later today. The main viewing spot is going to be right here inside Saluki Stadium. We've staked out our spot, and we're really looking forward to it, just a few hours away now.
This is how incredible Carbondale is, right? It was 2017, total solar eclipse, now 7 years later. Here's another one. As you look at the fact that that's happening in just 7 years is incredible, because any given spot on the entire globe, on average 1 in 400 years they get a total solar eclipse. Incredible. And
they've had 2 in 7. Pretty amazing. So what we have today is a breakdown of what you can expect. We have some guests that we're bringing in on the fly. You want to do this now, or Bob Bear, come on in.
Hi, Bob.
We'll have you right in the middle, if you don't mind. I'll do a little dance with you.
Albert, welcome.
Thank you.
Marie, it's a pleasure. Now, Bob, tell us your position here with Southern Illinois University.
So I'm the co-chair of the Eclipse Steering Committee here, and I also am the co-lead of the Dynamic Eclipse Broadcast Initiative.
Well, then Merry Christmas, because this has to be the biggest day you've had in 7 years.
It's pretty awesome. Yeah, in 7 years, and I was lucky to be down on the 50-yard line for the last one, and almost in the exact same spot this time.
It's very exciting. Al?
So let's talk about the incredible view that we're going to see a little bit later today. We are going to be with about 15,000 of our closest friends. This stadium was sold out. Give us kind of a preview of what we can expect. You were here in 2017. You got to experience it.
I was, so it's going to get loud. I'll just warn you about that. But the view from here is actually really incredible. The stadium's laid out great for this. So totality is going to happen right behind you.
Great.
And then when totality hits, you're actually going to see the planets as well. So you can see Jupiter, Mercury, Venus. You guys from here will see Saturn and Mars over to the right as well.
Oh, wow.
So pretty exciting. A lot of energy in this stadium today.
Am I correct that we will get a 360-degree view of like what sunset would look like on a normal night?
You should, but the shadow is so wide this time around. It's about 115 miles wide at this point. So it's going to get really dark, and there may be a point that you don't even see the light outside of that shadow.
Wow, because we're right in the center of it. Bob, if I can ask, we've had a lot of people wondering why this is a bigger, badder, better eclipse than we saw in 2017. You touched on that it's wider. Anything else people should know?
Just the darker. It's darker, gosh, and it'll get cool. So even though it's warm this afternoon, keep your jacket handy. We've
got our layers. It also, I understand, speeds up a little bit as it crosses the United States, going from Texas to roughly Niagara Falls.
Just a little bit. So this one, it's the speed varies as it goes along, and as it gets towards the end of its path, it speeds up.
And Chief Meteorologist Albert Ramon have been downstate in Carbondale, directly in the path of totality. And Marie and Albert, it sounds like the party has gotten started now.
We're kicking it off at least with sound check, like every good party needs to have.
But listen, we're walking on sunshine, and that's the day to do it, right?
It's a good song.
It's been gorgeous. Yeah, it's been gorgeous weather today. It is a good song. That, and how many times do you think we're going to hear Total Eclipse of the Heart today?
It's already a half dozen times, so probably about 18 more.
The party is about to kick off in about an hour here. They'll open the gates of Saluki Stadium, and all of the spectators that are going to see the total solar eclipse here in Carbondale, at least in the stadium, 15,000 of them, will start filling the seats, and we'll all get to experience this incredible moment together.
And speaking of getting to experience it, about 2 weeks ago, we were like, is the weather going to cooperate? Not a cloud in the sky.
Yeah,
and that's so nice. Yeah, so let's talk about weather. I want to start with the visible satellite. So this particular satellite uses the sun's rays to highlight the clouds. And notice it is quiet across the state of Illinois, with the exception of a little high cirrus cloud, a little thin wispy cloud, and that's about it. So let's start in Chicago. It's not totality there. We're going to get about 94% of the sun blocked by the moon, but you're going to be able to see it. Noon, sunny, 66. We make it to 69 by 3 o'clock once the eclipse ends. And then we're live here in Carbondale on campus of Southern Illinois University. We're in the 70s already. We're going to remain in the 70s. And again, other than a little bit of a passing wispy cloud, it's going to be nearly perfect for this. This is a look at the Carbondale forecast for what we're expecting. So the eclipse starts in Carbondale at 12:43 between 1:59 and 2:03. So 4 minutes and 8 seconds, 100% of the sun will be blocked. All that will be visible. You'll see it kind of in this animation, the corona, the outer atmosphere of the sun. And then 3:18, it is over. What about Chicago? What can you see in Chicago? So again, 94% of the sun blocked by the moon. It gets going at 12:51, and we're looking at that maximum eclipse at 2:07. Here's the difference. Here in Carbondale, where we'll be in totality, in that 4 minutes where we won't have any direct sun rays coming towards us, we can take off those eclipse glasses. For you in Chicago, for you across northern sections of Illinois, you got to keep your glasses on the entire time, because again, you're going to have about 6% of that direct sunlight reaching you, and then it's all over as we head towards 3:21. How is it going to feel? How is it going to feel to our senses? How is it going to feel to our emotions? We talked to Michelle Nichols with the Adler Planetarium just a few minutes ago to kind of give us a preview. Take a listen.
In about the 20 minutes or so prior to totality, you'll start to really notice the temperature drop. When you start to get to maybe 10 minutes prior to totality, the lighting is going to look a little odd. When you get to about a minute prior to totality, you start seeing ripples of light. Those are called shadow bands. About 3 seconds prior to totality, you're going to see little dots of light on the edge of the sun. That's called Bailey's beads. That's sunlight shining past the moon. Totality happens, you see the corona, and then when totality ends, you got the diamond ring effect when the sun starts to reappear.
We are also feeling it get a little windier. The temperature has dropped just a little bit, so we're definitely starting to feel that anticipation. We've been talking to people here all morning. People are so excited. Take a look behind me. You'll see people are laid out in the grass. A lot of people looking up at this point as we are starting to see that partial eclipse, and you'll see a lot of kids are here, a lot of families. As you mentioned, we talked to 2 people that have been friends, met here at Triton College 50 years ago. They want to see this again together, experience this once-in-a-lifetime event together. I want to come over here to this family here. We've got this young man, Jack, that's here. Hi, Jack. Hey, so put your glasses on and look up there and tell me what you see, Jack, because I was talking to you earlier and you're a smart guy.
A small yellow crescent in the sky, and it's just really cool and exciting, and it's going to even get even better, because at 2:07 it's going to reach the maximum eclipse, where 93% of the entire sun will be covered and only 7% will be shown, which is the point where the most sun will be covered at all.
And you are so excited, Jack. Can you tell me really quick, just how are you feeling seeing this for the first time in your life?
My heart's racing. It's just so cool, because like the next time this could happen is like in 20 years. So this might be one of the few times I'll be able to see it, even in just this place. It's just such an interesting moment, and all the science behind it, like how many little things had to come together in order to get it. It's just crazy.
Oh, it is crazy. Jack, you're such a delight to talk to. What a smart young man. Thank you so much for talking to us. We appreciate it. You guys, what a great symbol of exactly what people here are feeling. Kids like Jack here, so excited to see exactly what's going to unfold here in the next couple of minutes. People here amped up, super excited. We'll continue to talk.
There it is, the shot we've been waiting for, a total eclipse of the sun.
An opportunity like this is very rare, and people didn't let it go to waste. At schools and in the streets, they got their glasses and watched the natural phenomenon. We have team coverage of the eclipse with crews all over the Chicago area and downstate, where people witnessed full totality, the sun completely blocking by the moon.
Marisa Vager and Albert Ramon join us live from Carbondale after witnessing the historic event.
Oh, Jim and Erica, what a moment it was, and how quickly people cleared out. After that moment of totality, you could almost hear a pin drop. Everyone was very attentive just 2 hours ago, and now Saluki Stadium pretty much empty. Just those of us for the media closing it down after what was a historic, moving, incredible experience this afternoon, seeing totality right here in Carbondale, for many people, for the second time.
Yeah, the sun is bright now, the temperature's warming back up, but we want to take you back to about 2 hours ago when we had totality here in Carbondale. 100% of the sun gone, blocked by the moon. On the left side of the screen, you'll see what we saw. On the right side of the screen, you'll see the reaction of everyone here at the stadium. Take a look. Totality, it's happening right now in Carbondale, Illinois, the intersection of the 2017 and 2024 eclipse. And you're looking live as we see the last bit of sunlight wrapping around the moon. Totality just seconds away. And as you look closely, Marie, we're going to see the sparkles, the Bailey beads, and the crowd is going wild.
Oh, and we are falling into darkness right now. What an incredible sensation. And you are hearing and seeing the crowd of 15,000 gathered here at Southern Illinois University. Oh, Albert.
There it is, Bailey Beads, and we're about to see the diamond ring effect and about to have the total solar eclipse here in Carbondale, Illinois, on campus of Southern Illinois University.
We are at a point right now where we have our glasses off and we are looking up. This is incredible. You're seeing that beautiful corona of the sunlight, the moon in that perfect circle right in the middle. What an incredible place to be. Carbondale, Illinois, perfectly in line with the sun, the moon, planet Earth here for the second time in 7 years. We are experiencing this incredible celestial phenomenon.
And locals for Carbondale, and also folks that have traveled from across the country to this spot, because it is the crossroads of America for our total solar eclipse, are thankful, they're excited, and you see them right now. They have their cameras out, they're yelling, they were stomping their feet just a few minutes ago. I got to tell you, the vibe and the energy here is unlike anything I've ever experienced.
Physically, I have to say our hearts have been racing. I know we're not the only ones. That includes everyone in the stands. Leading up to this moment, that darkness happened so quickly. Oh, can we do it again?
We got to wait 20 years, but we can.
I know.
We can.
You know, Albert and I both said this. It was 4 minutes and 9 seconds, and it felt so fast. It was stunning, though. We had an incredible time.
Yeah, you know, a lot of people talk about, there is a feeling. There's something weird, because it's like turning out the lights. It wasn't gradual. It was kind of like this for a while, and then within 15 seconds, it's like, whoa. And people have their camera phones out and their lights shining, and there is an energy, and not to sound cheesy, but there is an energy because you're surrounded by 15,000 people feeling the same thing that you're feeling, something that you've never seen ever in your life.
Yeah,
thousands of students and teachers in Chicago suburbs stood in awe as the moon covered the sun.
Our Tara Molina spent the day with some of them in Elgin, where they filled the Elgin High School football stadium.
An incredible day here in Elgin, where district administrators spent almost 2 years preparing for this day so students could experience the partial eclipse here this afternoon.
This is dope. It's crazy. And of course, you can see everything because we have a beautiful blue sky out.
Seeing about 93% of this solar eclipse here in Elgin.
Ooh, it is so cool.
Feeling so much more.
Well, it's honestly beautiful. Right now, it looks kind of like a crescent moon.
It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
With about 1,400 students and teachers filling the high school football stadium for a show high above the goalposts.
This is like really special, and if you get the opportunity to see it, you should.
Standing and sitting in total awe as the sky darkened.
So all you can see is the sun there.
Temperature dropped and students paid close attention.
For me, looking around, you didn't see anyone on their phones, you didn't see anyone distracted. People really were engaged in this moment, and that's unique for teenagers, right?
Honestly, it is. This is a once-in-a-lifetime moment for most people, especially to be able to do this at school with all of your friends.
Here in District U46, this was a huge priority.
We're a collaborative district.
Planning for today started about 2 years ago.
It was so worth it.
With more than 1,000 students experiencing the partial eclipse with us, but almost 20,000 district-wide.
It's something that I think we're all going to have in our memories forever.
The eclipse may be over, but the learning continues here. I'm told the students who experienced this afternoon will be bringing that experience back into their classrooms beyond just this week. Reporting in Elgin, I'm Tara Molina, CBS 2 News.
Well, many of us recall the 2017 solar eclipse, but some watching today were too young to remember.
CBS 2's Lauren Victory witnessed the celestial event through the eyes of grammar school children.
What orbits what?
These 5- and 6-year-olds stayed inside for the solar eclipse for their own safety, but that doesn't mean they didn't learn about it.
Do you know what's going to happen today?
It's going to get dark outside.
It's going to get dark outside, that's right.
The St. Ferdinand Catholic School kindergartners were very good listeners. We told them to pretend the CBS 2 photographer was invisible so they would keep concentrating. Here's how that went.
It seems like it's pretty tricky to cut those triangles, right?
Yeah, because of a ghost.
Older students worked on other projects before heading outside. That includes slideshows in 4th grade science class.
Circumference of the sun!
7th grade math students did solar eclipse math, measuring the size of planets.
So do you remember that map from the beginning?
In the library, a quick ancient history lesson, followed by a demonstration of orbiting for 5th graders.
It looks amazing in pictures.
Kids like Adrian Rodriguez didn't want to miss out again.
In 2017, there was a solar eclipse. and I was too young to see it. I was like 5 years old.
When the time came to file outside, we found an extra prepared Adrian snapping photos with his camera and a filter, also making memories.
You are my sunshine.
This group of 8th grade boys celebrating with some music.
It's so like orange.
6th graders also had a blast, many witnessing their first solar eclipse.
Last time it happened, we were in kindergarten, so it's really cool.
What's it like being out here with all your other classmates?
It's like fun, cause like we get to experience it with each other.
It's like the best experience ever.
Even after partial totality ended, the lessons continued. Students worked on journals, and I hear a few of them will be bringing home homework as they reminisce about this amazing day. I'm Lauren Victory in Belmont Cragen.